Hi, it's Jason here. Welcome back to On Your Yoga Mat, and you are now watching lesson 3 of a 13-week, that's 3-month course, Learn Traditional Ashtanga Yoga. And we're taking it from the very beginning. We learned in the last couple of weeks the Sun Salutations, the A and the B Sun Salutation, and this week we're going to start learning a few of the standing postures that begin this traditional sequence of postures. It's all about linking the breath and the movement. And traditionally, we just move straight into the practice from standing. So I'm going to start talking you through the A Sun Salutations, 5 Surya Namaskara A, 3 Bs. But if you did need to just do a few gentle warm-ups, then you are free to do so before we actually begin. But the idea is, and you could have a go, that this yoga system, these Sun Salutations warm up the body. And we're going to, for that reason, take the first 2 A Sun Salutations a little bit steadier. Having done this for a few weeks, I'm going to give you a few options if you want to progress through the Sun Salutations. We are going to go a little bit quicker, but as always, the most important thing we're doing is breathing and just listen to how you're feeling in your body. If it feels too much or if it doesn't feel right to you, then just back off, just sit down or come out, and you can always build up the stamina to do more of these Sun Salutations. But it's the Ujjayi breath we talked about, the awareness to the abdomen, this full deep breathing, which is the most important thing in this practice. So we need to fill the lungs as we inhale through the nose, smooth breath. Empty the lungs as we breathe out through the nose, nice long smooth breath. Keeping the face relaxed at all times, the mouth gently closed. This is Surya Namaskara A. Inhale, reach the arms up, looking up. Exhale, falling down. Let the head hang. Inhale, stay low, lift the gaze, look up. Exhale, bend the knees, plant the hands down, fingers spread, stepping back, knees down, elbows in, all the way down. You might want to still be doing Cobra, but over time, it's upward facing dog now. Lift the chest, roll the shoulders back, gently rolling back over the feet. First downward facing dog. Just settle into this first downward facing dog. Feel the fingers spread behind the head. Feel the toes spreading into the mat. Feel that space around the shoulders. Just let the head hang, gazing gently back behind. A few more breaths. Over time, the legs are a little bit straighter, but wherever you are, keep the knees gently active and those muscles working above kneecaps and thighs. It's 5. Inhale, whatever it takes, look into the hands, a couple of steps. Feet close, hands eventually are staying down there, but you might want to put them back on your ankles or shins, look up either way. Exhale, gently falling down, let the head hang. Inhale, press into the feet, space around the shoulders, looking up to the palms facing each other. Exhale, hands to sides. Second one, keep breathing. Smooth breath in, arms up, smooth breath out, gently falling down, let the head hang, all of the options. Inhale, stay low, lift the gaze. Exhale, bend the knees, spread the fingers, plant the hands down, step the feet back, knees down, elbows in to lower. On the tops of the feet, lift the chest wherever you are, roll the shoulders back, upward facing dog. Exhale, the challenge might be to get back into the upward facing dog and the knees stay off the ground into this downward facing dog. That's already 1 breath. We breathe in and out. Is 2, 3. The options, remember, at any point, if it's too much, bend the knees. You can come down onto your knees. 4. Wherever you are, though, keep the hips lifting and imagine the chest moving back towards the feet. 5. Inhale, look into the hands. Couple of steps, whatever it takes. Feet come through. Stay low with the fingers, even if you need to bend the knees. Exhale, gently let the head hang, falling forwards. Inhale, press into the feet, space around the shoulders, gazing up, palms are facing each other. Exhale, hands by sides. I'm going to go a little bit quicker and a few more options then, but these are optional. Just do whatever feels appropriate. Inhale. At some point, the fingers feel like they're going straight up towards the ceiling. If that's too much, just back off, but look up. Exhale, gently taking the hands down to shins, ankles, fingertips on the ground, let the head hang. Inhale, stay low, lift the gaze, look up. So you bend the knees. Once the hands are planted down, if you wanted to have a go at this, you could work at doing a little jump back with the feet and then elbows in as you lower down. On the tops of the feet, strong legs, lift the chest, thighs off the ground, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Gently rolling back over the feet, spread the toes into the mat. Keep the legs gently active. That's 1. 2, keep lifting the hips. 3, feel that space around the shoulders. 4, 5. Inhale. So from here, with the knees bent, it's optional. You could at some point do a little hop or a jump to get the feet back through. Stay low, look up. Exhale, gently falling down, let the head hang. Inhale, press into the feet, reach the arms up, feel that space around the shoulders, looking up to fingertips. And as we said previously, challenge is that the hands can come a little bit closer, but more importantly, the arms are straight and there's that space around the shoulders. Exhale, hands to sides. 2 more. Inhale, reach the arms up, look up. Exhale, folding down, let the head hang. Inhale, lift the gaze, look up. As we bend the knees, plant the hands down, little jump or step the feet back. Knees down, elbows in. On the tops of the feet, strong legs, press into the mat, spread the fingers, lift the gaze, roll the shoulders back, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. That's 1. Try and feel the support from the abdomen, so you breathe in, fill the lungs. Breathe out, empty the lungs. It's 2. Keep the fingers spread nice and wide into the mat behind your head. 3, feel that space around the shoulders, that nice energy spiraling down through the arms. 4, keep pressing back into the heels, keep the legs active. 5, inhale, whatever it takes, little jump or a hop, feet to the front, stay low with the hands, look up. Exhale, gently folding down, wherever it feels appropriate with the hands. Inhale, strong legs, spread the toes into the mat, space around the shoulders, gazing up. Exhale, hands by sides. On this last one, I'm going to count you through the 9 movements of this sun salutation. 1, inhale, arms up. 2, exhale, folding down. 3, inhale, stay low, head up. 4, bend the knees, plant the hands down, jump or step the feet back, elbows in to lower down. Inhale, upward facing dog, lift the chest, roll the shoulders back. Exhale, down facing dog. 5 breaths. 1, 2. Over time, we aim to keep the legs a little bit straighter, but wherever you are, keep those muscles working above your kneecaps and thighs. 3, so the legs are strong, spread the toes into the mat. 4, keep lifting the hips, chest moves towards feet. 5. 7th movement, inhale, stepping or hopping the feet through, stay low, look up. 8th movement, exhale, fall down, let the head hang. And the 9th movement, pressing into the feet, space around the shoulders, palms facing each other. Exhale, hands to sides. Well done. Surya Namaskara B. Remember those few extra twists and turns. This is how we begin, bending the knees. If it's too much to have the feet together, have a little bit of separation. Inhale. And over time, a little bit further up with the fingers, but relax the shoulders. Keep the arms strong. Exhale, folding down, just as before, let the head hang. Inhale, stay low, lift the gaze, look up. Exhale, bend the knees, plant the hands down. Same option if you want to have a go, jumping the feet back. If not, step them back, knees down if you need to, but press into the mat to lower down. Inhale on the tops of the feet, lift the chest, roll the shoulders back. Exhale all the way back, down facing dog, left heel turns in. Inhale as far through as you can with that right foot. Once you've got your balance, keep breathing in, space around the shoulders, lift the arms up. Exhale, hands back down with the fingers spread, whatever it takes to get that right foot back. Elbows in, press to lower down. Inhale, thighs off the ground, eventually as the upward facing dog, lift the chest. Exhale, down facing dog. Switching sides, right heel turns in towards left foot. Ideally, try and keep that heel on the mat if you can. Left foot comes forward. We sink down, reach the arms up, gazing up. Exhale, hands back down with the fingers spread. Step that left foot back, elbows in to lower down. Inhale on the tops of the feet, lift the chest, upward facing dog. Exhale all the way back, down facing dog. As we said last time, this down facing dog is a little bit more challenging. So if you need to back off, come down, find your breath, that's no problem. It is far better to be here for 5 breaths, breathing nice, steady, full deep breaths with full awareness, than be struggling in the posture here and not breathing. A few more breaths wherever you are. 3, 4, 5. Inhale, jump or step, whatever it takes. Feet to the front of the mat, stay low. Exhale, gently falling down, let the head hang. bending the knees. We sink down, even if it's just a little bit, to reach the arms up, space around the shoulders, palms face each other, and a little bit closer over time. Exhale, straight legs, hands by side. So we keep coming back to this neutral position, the front of the mat, ready to move on to the second B Sun Salutation. Keep breathing. Inhale, sink down, arms up. Exhale, folding forwards, let the head hang. Inhale, slow, lower the hands, lift the gaze, look up. Exhale, bend the knees, plant the hands down, jump or step the feet back. And the challenge over time is, can you keep your body a little bit straighter as you lower down? Inhale on the tops of the feet, really roll the shoulders back, lift the chest, upward facing dog. Exhale, gently pressing back, downward facing dog. Left heel turns in, whatever it takes. That right foot coming through, sink down, keep breathing in, reaching the arms up. Exhale, hands down, spread the fingers, palms flat, right foot goes back, lowering down. Inhale, lift the chest, roll the shoulders back, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Switching sides, right heel turns in towards left foot. Nice step through that left foot as far as you can, sink down, keep breathing in to reach the arms up. Exhale, hands back down, fingers spread, left foot steps back, knees down, elbows in, press to lower. Inhale, so for the third time in this sun salutation, upward facing dog, and then exhale, downward facing dog. Fingers spread. Challenge here is to keep breathing, full deep breath. Try and feel that support to the abdomen. So as you inhale, the lungs fill. As you exhale, they empty. You want to feel space around the shoulders. Keep the legs pleasantly active. Soften the knees if you need to. And we talked about this last week. You don't want to close the gap too much. Better to have the hands a little bit further apart over time. It's 4 and 5. Inhale, a jump or a step, hop, walk, feet to the front of the mat, stay low, look up. Exhale, gently folding down, let the head hang. Bend the knees, sinking down, reach the arms up, gazing up, looking up. Exhale, hands to sides. Last one. Bend the knees, we sink down. Inhale, reach the arms up, look up. As we exhale, we fold down. Wherever feels appropriate, you still might have your hands on the shins or the ankles, that's fine. Inhale, lift the gaze, just roll the shoulders back, straight back, look up, bend the knees, plant the hands down, jump or step the feet back, elbows in. Try and keep the body strong as you lower down. Inhale on the tops of the feet, lift the chest, roll the shoulders back. Exhale, pushing all the way back. Left heel turns in. It's a nice step through with your right foot as far as you can. Breathe in, reach the arms up. As you exhale, hands go back down. With the fingers spread, that right foot goes back, elbows in, whatever it takes to lower down. Inhale on the tops of the feet, lift the chest, roll the shoulders back. Exhale, all the way back. Downward facing dog. Right heel turns in, stepping left foot forwards, sink down over left knee, keep breathing in, arms go up, strong back leg. Exhale, hands back down, spread the fingers, stepping back to lower down. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. 5 steady breaths here. It's 1, 2, 3. And without forcing anything over time, the heel's getting a little bit closer to the mat behind you. 4, 5. Inhale, jumping or stepping the feet through. Stay low, look up. Exhale, falling down, let the head hang. Bend the knees, sink down, reach the arms up. Space around the shoulders, palms coming a little bit closer. Exhale, straight legs, hands to sides. Good stuff. So now we're going to move straight on into the standing sequence. So the first standing posture from the standing sequence is called Padangusthasana. That means big toe posture, but we don't necessarily have to go down that far to begin with. But we do need to separate the feet just a little way apart, hip distance apart. So we feel the toes evenly spreading into the mat, nice weight down through the heels, but not too much going back into the heels, because the tendency is as we fold forwards, this might start to happen and the hips go back. We want to try and avoid that. Feeling this awareness to the abdomen, we're going to soften our knees, spread down into the toes, and to begin with, we might just take our hands to our shins, ankles, big toes with 2 fingers. That's obviously further to go. Now, it's no problem to bend the knees to take the edge off the hamstrings, but what we want to avoid doing is sinking down into this posture. So the intention always has to be that the hips lift as the head hangs down. But just to reset, we're going to take our hands just to begin with to wherever feels okay. We're going to inhale, lift the gaze just to lengthen. This is really similar to the movements of the Sun Salutation, that third movement, just to reset, trying to create some length here in the chest, keep the shoulders soft, and then exhaling down into the posture. Letting the head hang, we could begin by just looking down to the ground. You can release and relax the neck, the gaze is behind. We want to feel the shoulders nice and soft and relaxed. If you want to go down a little bit further, you can, but if it's too much, just keep the legs strong. 5 steady breaths here, the face relaxed, smooth breath in through the nose and out through the nose. Keep breathing, just going to hold that for one more breath. That's Padangusthasana. The next posture is also a forward bend called Padahastasana. That means hand to foot posture. So it's a little bit further to go. But obviously if we're not quite down there with the big toes yet, there's no point going any further. That would eventually be here. So my advice is, until we get a little bit lower, you just want to repeat and do the same. So that's inhale, lift the gaze, look up. Exhale, gently folding down for another few breaths. If it's too intense on the hamstrings, you want to be careful you don't overdo it on these big muscles at the back of the legs. You can just come up a little bit. Just keep breathing, nice steady breaths in through the nose, out through the nose. Just let the head hang. Over time, maybe just getting the fingertips underneath the toes and the hands are pointing backwards. Just holding that for 4 and 5. And wherever we were, we inhale, look up, lift the gaze. We can soften the knees, gently take the hands back to the waist to squeeze in. Inhale, coming up the rest of the way. And we return to this neutral position, feet close together, front of the mat, hands by sides. This position is called Samasthitihi. And we keep coming back to this position between all of the Sun Salutations and all of these standing postures. Ready now to move into Tita Trikonasana. This is triangle posture. We step out to the right, so we use the width of our mat facing the right side and lift out the arms to shoulder distance apart, to shoulder height, the palms facing down. Feet are parallel, facing the long edge of your mat, and we turn on our heel, our right foot to the back of the mat, and that left foot turns in. And your feet want to feel like they're approximately underneath your elbows. What we want to try and do here as much as we can is stay facing this long edge of our mat, so we're not twisting, we're simply reaching this right hand slightly back and down. Now we can soften our right knee if we need to. At some point this is done with this leg straighter to put our right hand on our shin, ankle. Like that first standing forward bend, 2 fingers hooked around that big toe, that's something to work towards. So we're just going to pause here and we're going to start lifting our left hand straight up towards the ceiling. If we can look up, we can. If it's too much to look up and your balance is a bit shaky, just look across to the side. But keep pressing back into that left leg behind you. Keep breathing steady breaths. And from here, after 5 breaths, keep that back leg nice and strong, that left shoulder relaxed. We press back to inhale, lift up. We lift out the arms to shoulder height again with the palms facing down, and we switch sides. That's left foot to the front, that back right foot turns in. We keep rolling this back right hip, so we're still facing the long edge of the mat. We're trying not to turn to the front, but stay sideways. Left hand goes forwards and down. We can soften our left knee. Could be different on this side, shin, ankle, some point down there with the big toe, 2 fingers, but just to begin with, just being here. And if it's too much to look up, just look across to the side. If you can't get that arm all the way up, that's fine, just be here, just back off a little bit. We're going to relax that right shoulder. And at the front end here, if you need to slightly soften that left knee, that's okay. And a little bit further down the line, this posture done with straight legs. Breathing a few more breaths. Smooth breath in. Smooth breath out. After 5 breaths, we inhale, come up to the side, feet parallel, lift out the arms. We turn for Trikonasana B, sometimes called Pavarita Trikonasana. Now as we turn to face the back of our mats, our hips are moving around square to the back, right hip back, left hip forwards. So you imagine there's a line down the middle of your mat, your right foot is on the right side of that line and your left heel is on the left side. So now the heel's slightly out of alignment, helps us get square to the back. This is a more challenging posture, so to begin with, we're simply going to soften our right knee, put our left hand just down on that right shin, and we're going to start turning to the right. Now, it's obviously quite challenging to lift this right hand up towards the ceiling, so if you need to put your hand on your waist, you can. It's possible, we'll talk about this next time, if you had a block handy, you might put your left hand down on a block, but whatever you're doing just for now, just roll that right shoulder back a little bit, keep that right knee soft, keep pressing back into that left foot and just turning to the right. And over time, we're working this right arm a little bit further up. A couple more breaths here. And after 5 breaths, we inhale, come up, soften that right knee, arms out to the sides, turning to the left. Turn, turn, turn. Left foot to the front. That imaginary line down the middle of the mat will just have that right foot slightly out to the right, that foot turned in. Try and imagine your hips square to the front, left hip back, right hip forwards, arms out to the side. So we're slightly going forwards, we're keeping this left knee soft. This is new. All we want to do is just get our right hand just below that left knee. Left hand on your waist, just turning a little bit to the left is a nice way into this posture. Over time, this little right hand comes a little bit further down and we can start spiraling this left hand up. But you might just be here to begin with. And don't worry if that left knee is bent. Straightening that left leg just takes a little bit more time. But wherever you are, pressing back into that right foot behind you. A few more breaths. Keep relaxing the face, keep breathing. And then we exhale, look down. Inhale, come up to the side. Feet parallel, give the arms a nice lift down. Exhale, feet together, front of the mat. We're doing just a couple more standing postures. We're going to move into Parsvakonasana. This is side angle posture. So we're stepping out to the right again, but we're stepping out a little bit further this time. So a nice wide stance with the arms lifted to shoulder height. And the feet are parallel, facing the long edge of your mat. Relax the shoulders. Our right foot turns all the way to the back. Just as in Trikonasana, that left foot turns in. We're looking down though, but we're now specifically bending our right knee in a line with that right foot towards the back of your mat and sink down. Over time, we can sink down a little bit further. Incidentally, if you go over that 90-degree angle, you do need your feet further apart. You don't want to cross that. Just feel the support here. Gently looking to the back of our mats, we start to exhale and lower our right elbow just short of our right knee. We're going to pause here. Inhale, lifting that left arm up, just whatever feels okay. Relax the left shoulder. Keep pressing back into that left foot behind you and turning your left palm to the back of your mat. And just as far as feels appropriate, can you start taking your left arm in a straight line back over here? It will feel like it's going off to the side probably. That's okay, but better to have it lifted a little bit further, even if you're just doing something similar to Trikonasana. Again, if it's too much to look up, just look across to the side. A few more breaths here. Inhaling, coming up to the side, turning that right foot in, feet parallel, lift out the arms to shoulder height. To the left side of the posture, left foot faces the front, that back foot turns in. Your heels are in a line, sinking down over that left knee. Push back into that right foot. Exhaling, left elbow just short of left knee. Getting our bearings as we start to turn. Just roll this right shoulder back, even if you just get to here. Over time, this right arm comes a little bit further up. Relax your shoulder to turn the palm to the front of your mat. And just as far as feels appropriate, even if it's a few degrees, can you get this right arm coming over a little bit? If it's too much to look up to your hand, just look across to the side. And a few more breaths. Keep breathing. And then inhale, coming up to the side. Feet parallel. Lift out the arms to shoulder height. We're going to turn to the back of our mats to do the revolve version of that posture. This is called sometimes Parsvakonasana B or Pavrita Parsvakonasana. Best way into this posture, as it's quite challenging, is to come down onto your left knee, left foot behind, right foot facing forward. Hips are square to the back of our mat. We're just going to have our hands in prayer position. We're going to start by taking our left elbow just on the outside of that right knee, gently feeling that connection there to roll our right shoulder back. Try and feel a little bit of space across your shoulders, turning to look up to the right. Keep breathing here. Over time, we're encouraging the arm to come a bit further over to slide this left hand down on the outside of the right foot. But that is a little bit more challenging, and then we can work at lifting that right arm up. So to begin with, a nice way into this posture is here. Keep breathing. Make sure that feels okay on your left knee. To exhale, look down at your right foot. Just get your bearings. Pressing back into that left foot, turning, facing the front for the left side of the posture. Gently coming down onto your right knee, left foot facing forward, so we're facing square on the front of our mat. Hands in prayer position. Just to begin with, your right elbow just on the outside of your left knee, and you're going to turn. This is a twisting posture, drawing that left shoulder back. Try and feel some space across the shoulders, so you want to avoid closing in too much. Roll that left shoulder back, and just being here is a great way in to this more challenging standing posture. A few more breaths. Keep gently rolling that left shoulder back. And then exhale, looking down at your left foot, just get your bearings. Press into the feet, we're coming up to the side. Feet parallel, lift out the arms to shoulder height, palms facing down. Exhaling, returning, front of the mat, feet together, hands by sides. So those are the first few standing postures of this Ashtanga yoga sequence. We did 2-4 bends, Padangusthasana, Padahastasana. We did Trikonasana, and then the revolved version of Trikonasana. We did Parsvakonasana, and then the revolved version of Parsvakonasana. Next week, we're going to move on, but for now, that's enough. There is a PDF guide to go with these postures, so you could print that out to see what we've done and some of those modifications. But for now, we're simply going to come down to sitting. As always, as we sit cross-legged, we could use a block, a book, something to make this a little bit more comfortable. We've moved to the end of the sequence now, this seated posture, where a little bit more specifically, today we're going to turn the back of the hands onto the knees. Thumb and first finger are going to touch, remaining 3 fingers facing down towards the ground. We're going to try and slide the back of the hands up onto the knees, sit up fairly tall, just look straight ahead initially, relax the shoulders, and then can you drift your gaze down, moving your chin a little bit further to the top of the chest. We're going to be here for 10 steady breaths. Smooth breath in and out. It's 1. 2. Let's feel the support to the breath. Breathe in through the nose, out through the nose. Feel the lungs filling as you breathe in. Empty the lungs as you breathe out. In this seated meditative posture, can we link the stillness of the physical posture with that still, steady quality of awareness to the breath? Really cover your breath with your full awareness and attention as you breathe in and out. And a couple more breaths here. Just keep sitting up as tall as you can. Make sure the knees feel okay. Over time, just a little bit more openness in the hips makes this a little bit more comfortable. Is 9. And 10. Lifting the gaze. Just going to lie down for Shavasana as we do at this point, with the legs wide, heels to the edge of the mat, feet can flop off to the side, arms off the mat, palms up towards the ceiling. Just completely let go. And after doing more postures this week, you might need a little longer here if you want to stay here longer. I'm going to be here for a few minutes talking you through this relaxation as we let go of the full deep breathing. Open up the mouth so you can breathe in through the mouth as well as the nose, and just breathe however feels comfortable for the body. But we can release the support from the abdomen. Let the tummy be soft. Relax the muscles in the arms and in the legs. Completely let go. So if you want a little bit longer in Shavasana, then you can just pause. If you're ready to come up then, we're going to back off the legs, bend the knees, and take the arms out behind us. Just feel a little bit of length down the body. And then drawing the knees into the chest, reaching round, slowly moving from side to side and backwards and forwards. And again, traditionally we roll onto our right side. As always, taking this as an opportunity to open up the eyes, back off that left leg, supporting to come up to sitting. Just taking a few breaths here. So well done, that was lesson 3. 5 A Sun Salutations, 3 B Sun Salutations, and those first 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, essentially, first 6 standing postures. 2-4 bends, Trikonasana and revolved, Parsvakonasana and revolved. And with the PDF that you can download over time, I'd encourage you to see if you can practice this lesson at least 4 or 5 times this week. It might take you longer, just take it steady. If you need to do any of the options or take a little bit of a rest between the sun salutations or any of the standing postures, and then we'll move on a little bit further through next week. So I look forward to seeing you lesson 4. That should be out there on YouTube, or it's coming up very soon, as are many more lessons on this website, onyouryogamat.com. So have a great rest of your day wherever you are, and I look forward to seeing you next time. Bye.